Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the IvD Yogi Time number 42 All Division $15 prize pool tournament. Actually $20 prize pool tournament. I'm sorry. I am your host, IvD HK Rob, and joining me now is our very own IvD Warbio. Warbio, how's it going?
It's going good, man, and I'm excited for this game.
I am excited for this game as well, as these are two completely different players that we have not seen yet in a TVT matchup. In the top left, we have our blue Terran player. He is Monkey, and we have seen him play before, but can he take on his green Terran opponent in the bottom right, who made it all the way to the finals in the last tournament? He is RDGOgna.
Yeah, this is gonna be exciting, man. TVT, I haven't seen one in a while.
Oh yes, and we all know what TVT is all about. It depends on what you go, but for the most part it is about that positioning, and it definitely is about that control. This is an extremely hard matchup. In fact, arguably one of the hardest matchups in the game.
Yeah, I agree. Like, even if you're behind, being defensive and your opponent with one misstep, you can win the game straight out just because you have those tanks just ruining everything.
Definitely. And you know, both players looking like they're going to go for different builds here. We have a really early gas out of Ogna as opposed to the barracks going down from Monkey. So I would expect from Monkey maybe an expansion off of this, while Ogna probably going to put some pressure right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm really surprised with this early gas. Very unorthodox. Like, when you see this, you usually see some Banshee play, or maybe some kind of really early take.
Some kind of really early tech, I think, is probably what we're going to see, but who knows?
Yeah, man.
Maybe a 1-1-1.
Yeah, Monkey's gonna move in here. So he's gonna see this early gas. He's probably gonna be surprised.
He probably is going to be a surprise. I mean, being in Monkey's shoes here, as you move up into the ramp, what would you expect? I know my first thing would be I want to defend against Banshees, just in case that's it. He did not scout that second gas, so he does. I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume he didn't see anything building there, so it's safe to assume that second gas is not going up. So I would actually, by this point, assume it's going to be a 1-1-1.
Yeah, I will also assume there will be some kind of really early Banshee play. So we will see. We see Monkey getting an early command center, which might work out for him, because he's gonna have those Marines out. He's gonna have double scan in case there's some cloak. So he looks in a really good position right now.
Yes, he definitely does look in a really good position. And Ogna trying to move his Marine around, make sure that SCV is out of his base. Now going to move down to his ramp and try to defend that. I'm not quite sure what he's going for. He does have the reactor on his barracks, and there's a Hellion coming out right now.
Yeah, this one actually, surprisingly enough, beats a kind of really early Hellion harassment into expand, or maybe even... Oh, even getting a starput. Yes, it's probably gonna be Hellion Banshee. I'm not sure though, man. I'm a bit surprised.
But how effective can that be against a Terran player who is indeed going 3 racks here, and this expansion coming up? So this is a 3 racks expand. 2 gases going up here at the same time, so we might see some Banshees out of Monkey, even as he is grabbing those 2 gases extremely fast and like right off the bat here. But with the 3 racks, is that Marines are very susceptible to Hellion pressure if controlled right. So
yeah, this
really hard to tell here.
Yeah, the Hellion moved out there. Saw there was a few Marines and had to move back. He doesn't know this expansion up. He doesn't really know what's going on at all. All he saw was 4 Marines, and that could have been out of 1 barracks.
It could be out of 1 barracks, but here's something interesting. We do have a dropship on the way. Hellions and Marines making their way across the map. This is something completely different, guys, as he's going to actually do early pressure with Marine, Hellion, dropship, and a Viking.
Yeah, I think I've seen this before. I think the thing he's want to do is he's hoping his opponent has expanded and just the bunkers in front, so he's done there in defending. And what you want to do is you want to drop in the main, catch his opponent off guard and kill a lot of stuff.
Oh, but his opponent has not been expanding at all here. He does have the command center up, but he's not lifted it, not moved it at all. I think, yes, he did scout the one gas and the starport, so I think he did drop down and scan there. So he does know exactly what Ogna's up to, and he's not going to fall for it.
Yeah, but there you go, he's moving in, he has this medevac now and a few Hellions. With only Marines defending, these Hellions are going to be so effective.
They are indeed. A Marauder is going to make his way out, but it's only one, and this Marines can pick off that Marauder. SCV is being pulled into the mix. The Marauder is so close to dying, the Marine's going to poke at the other Marines, and that's going to force Ogna to retreat instantly.
Yeah, nice defensive from Monkey. Now he's up one base. I mean, Monkey's base soon. Ogna's base soon finishing up here, but a small advantage there from Monkey in the early game.
Yes, and a small advantage is quite a lot, especially in these mirror matchups where even the smallest advantage is a game-changing moment.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Ogna going for tanks with siege, and Monkey is staying only barracks.
No, the starport going to go down. Factory moving to another location. He plans to put... What is he putting on it? He's going to put either a reactor or... Yeah, it looks like a reactor going to go down.
Wow.
So he's going to swap that out and do some some medevac play of his own.
So it looks like he's going to stay on bio, which is really unusual in this matchup. Just because tanks are so good against those Marines.
Tanks are extremely good against those Marines. But with the dropships, or medevacs, with the medevacs that Monkey's going to have available to him, he is going to get that positioning that he desperately would need against a lot of tanks.
Yes, as you said, tanks are really immobile, so once they siege up, it's really good to drop the main dropper on all of the bases. But I mean, in the long run, once they get enough drop defense, these tanks... The tank count is going to be the one that decides the battles usually. With this position.
Usually, indeed. But the mobility of a Bioforce is so good here. We'll have to see how Monkey utilizes it, because it is very possible to utilize it against this army. It looks like both armies going to move towards the middle of the map, but Ogna having those siege tanks and having siege is going to he's going to have an upper hand here. He's going to be able to siege up and grab a foothold in the middle of the map immediately here, and that's going to force Monkey into a pretty tricky position.
Yeah, I mean, Monkey is still making Marines, not just soon get the steam finish, getting this +1 out. So to keep alive, I feel like against a really this kind of siege tank army, he needs to do some really, as you said, really mobile drop play everywhere.
Oh, but here is what kind of strikes me as interesting out of Ogna, pulling his entire army back to his main. I think he might be a little nervous by this point, as he has seen a primarily bio force.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's really good to play. Just go back there just in case. Now we've seen there's a third base out of for Monkey, which is probably going to prompt an attack.
Oh, and both armies again moving towards the center of the map. Ogna going to be moving up here. Only one Marine to greet him at the Xel'Naga Tower, as Monkey, seeing this, is going to pull all of his Marines back. Siege tanks are very deadly here, but if he can catch them completely off guard, then this could be game-changing. But it looks like Ogna's going to do a drop in the main. Tanks are going to be in the main. Oh, but only one tank makes it up there. The other two tanks... one tank sieging on the low ground, Marines making their way up, and Monkey's army is completely out of position here, as these tanks are going to start hammering down on the main base. Marines running up, but they're just going to die to these tanks right now. He needs to do some drop play, but there is a Viking there. A scan goes down, and the Marines rushing in are going to get a lot of tank fire here, but Monkey needs to do something. SCVs are being pulled, but there is so much damage being done from these tanks on the high ground. Marines on the high ground, he can't just go up there and kill them. SCVs are dying here, Marines are dying, and there's the GG out of Monkey.
Good game indeed. As Ogna moves forward in the bracket.
Wow, congratulations to Ogna with some great play there. tank positioning absolutely phenomenal, having a tank on the low ground to protect the tanks on the high ground and give extra fire to Marines coming down from the low ground. Great positioning on the tanks on the high ground. Very good play out of Ogna, and Monkey is not out of it yet, as we can still see him fight his way through the losers bracket and back up into the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. But guys, we'll be right back with the next game as soon as we are getting it loaded up here. So please go to IvDGOgna.com where you can find more of our streams. And also we would really like you if you could click one of those green aligned words on the side. That's the things that keeps us going here with the pig tournaments.
Alright guys, and I will see you next game as we will move in. I believe we're going to be changing maps.